Hello, and welcome to Getting It Done, a podcast about music, education, and life lessons. I'm your host, Tim Rausenberger. Today is Thursday, May 23rd, 2019. This is episode 278, Connecting with the Urban Student in Music Education. I am extremely passionate about making a difference in the lives of my students and feel strongly about sharing the information I've accumulated over the past 2 decades in suburban, urban, and rural school districts. Of the three, I've found that urban teachers require a specific skill set and mentality while communicating with students who are less fortunate than those with stronger financial and parental support. Music educators in urban environments should be able to connect with their students. While most music teachers receive similar training in college as their counterparts in suburban neighborhoods, many struggle with their classroom atmosphere. The types of educational approaches that may work for suburban or rural students often prove to be ineffective with children who come from families rife with poverty and a lack of sound parental judgment. I hope that you're going to take some of these thoughts in this podcast episode and you're going to incorporate them in your classroom, but also implore that people have the conversation and ask colleges, ask higher institutions of learning to consider all of these thoughts as potential training for people who need it so desperately when it comes to urban teaching, particularly in music education. Because urban environments are so radically different across the United States, it's very challenging to pinpoint one specific teaching approach which works in all settings. However, teachers can use creative methods to connect with their students, so the educator can foster a classroom of trust and respect. Once this occurs, the teaching process is much easier for all involved. Urban music teachers are often unprepared for the challenges that arise in their school districts. Students from urban families tend to range from the poverty level to lower middle class. Most of them have shared common attributes of subpar parenting skills, a mismanagement of assets, and questionable decision making. Students frequently enter the schools battling depression, anger, resentment, and apathy. Consequently, the results could be violence, poor attention skills, and an overall lack of respect for themselves, others, and the environment. This information presented in this episode is long overdue for the educators who desperately need assistance to improve every component of their approaches in the classroom. It's assumed that respect and common courtesy may be impossible for some students due to their current family dynamics and other factors. It's a common belief that urban children only listen to rap and hip-hop music while being completely incapable of appreciating other forms of music. This couldn't be further from the truth. Urban students are assumed to enjoy singing and playing percussion, but do not like other musical instruments. It's a misconstrued thought that all families in urban communities are poverty-stricken. Due to the negative attention presented by the media, it is widely believed that profanity and racial epithets are always used in and out of school, regardless of the policies and consequences which may be in place by school administration. The reality is, the training that most teachers receive in college typically does not address the multitude of issues found in an urban setting. While they may possess outstanding musicianship, strong leadership potential with an ensemble, and proven elements for all 13 years of a typical kindergarten through 12th grade curriculum. Educators in urban environments may face unforeseen issues never covered during their undergraduate programs. This can lead to a high level of resentment of teaching in this environment and cause highly qualified teachers to seek employment elsewhere. In conclusion, urban students should be able to flourish in the music classrooms. And that's first. Secondly, they can carry these habits into the academic realm. And then thirdly, change the entire community for the betterment of humankind. If more educators and institutions of higher learning start incorporating this as a vital element of their training, we can completely change the state of education in urban communities forever.